Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Sean McGraw. We're here for our first ice hockey game of the season, and what a way to start, as it's the rivalry game between the Suffern Mounties and Mamaroneck Tigers. And Elijah, these two teams over the years have had some very good matchups, and early on in the season, I don't think they played this early ever in a season, but it should be a good test and a good game.
Yeah, like you said, Charlie, these two teams are really arch rivals. It's always a good game when the two face off. I'm looking to see a good defensive battle and a good fast pace to the game to start out, and then once they ease in, they'll start to, calm down on the defensive end a little bit and continue to push the pace as well.
Yeah, for sure. It should be a great game, and as they are rivals in hockey, as they've had great battles throughout the years, and we'll see if we have another one as the puck will drop next here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and we are underway alongside Elijah Ware and Sean McGraw as they drop the puck here for the first game of Comics, the first home game from Mamaroneck. And that's a hit there by the Tigers. That was Schreiber.
That was a big hit.
Huge one, Elijah. About 20 seconds into this one. And Schreiber gets it here, plays it to Torrey. Michael Torrey has it here, and he will play it back, and Denty will play it up, and intercepted by Suffern, as the Mounties are 1-2, and Mamaroneck is 2-0-2 with two ties this weekend against powerhouses from Long Island and upstate New York, St. Anthony's and St. Joseph's. Two Catholic powerhouses in goal.
Nice fast pace to start out, Charlie. Both teams are moving the ball, moving the puck very well.
And the shot on goal is stopped, and it'll be a face-off right in front of the goal.
That big hit by Snyder in the beginning, I'm still stuck on that. That was a huge hit. Started off the game and set the tone.
As they drop the puck in front of Suffern's goal. And it'll be played by Mamaroneck and played up, cleared by Suffern's Chris Olsen, and then kept back in by the Tigers as intercepted by Tom Conley, the third Conley brother, as his older brothers Chris and Peter played for the Tigers.
Great play by Giroux, getting back on defense.
Huge play by Sam Giroux as the Tigers play it up. And the Mounties, Olsen will play it now around his own goal, and Suffern will play it down, and this will be an icing. So, 12:46 to go in the first period. No score here on LMC Varsity Sports. As we'll get to see the second line for the first time. It'll be Matt Marcus will lose the face-off to Suffern, and now it'll be Lucas Pearson for the Mounties playing it around to Martyr. Martyr plays it up to Di Lorenzo, and next to Gargiulo, the Mamaroneck goalie. And the hit, as we will have a penalty coming up, is Denty with a cross check, and Denty will go to the box for a minute and a half. So that's the high school penalties for a minute and a half. So Denty, we have an elbow, actually. Elbow against Charlie Denty, the only freshman on Mamaroneck's team, will go to the box for the first time, and we'll see the Suffern power play and the Mamaroneck penalty kill for the first time as they bluffed on that face-off, so we'll have to do it again. And this will be a big opportunity for Suffern to get on the board first as they have the power play, Elijah.
Yeah, they're definitely in scoring position. They have the 5-on-4 advantage, and let's see if they can take advantage of it. That was a mental error by Denty.
The elbow, it looked more like a cross-check, but the elbow, nonetheless, it's a penalty, and Mamaroneck will be on the early kill as 3 minutes have now gone by in this first period, and no shots on goal yet for either team. And it's kept in by the Mounties, and now taken away and played up, looking for Michael Carducci, and he has it, and plays it back, and nearly caught by Suffern, but instead it goes through, and it's a clear for the moment for the Tigers, as Suffern will have to bring it up with 52 seconds left on the power play, first of the game, following the freshman penalty to Charlie Denty for the elbow, as they're halfway done with this penalty, as the shot will be saved. Nice save there by Gargiulo, his first of the game, the shot was taken by Gdansky from Suffern.
Big save by Gargiulo, as he got those lens closed up the 5-hole on him real quick. Great save by the goalie.
Yeah, good save by Gargiulo, and as he cut off the angle and was able to save the first shot of the game. As they're able to clear it are the Tigers with 20 seconds left in the Suffern power play, and it'll be played behind the goal by Suffern, as may have one last chance to get a power play shot, but instead it is stolen away by Freed, and they will play it up, and that will do for the Denty minor elbowing penalty. So no blood, as Suffern only had one shot, and it was saved as Gdansky shot was handled by Gargiulo, and we're back to even strength with 10:30 left in this first 15-minute period, as that's the time they play here in high school hockey. So it'll be played up by the Tigers. Conley has it. Intercepted by Suffern and played up by Flatley. And intercepted by Ryan DeHasia. And played wide of the goal by Suffern's McCarron.
Good pass.
Good pass there by Ryan DeHasia. And Lavin had it, but it is stolen. A lot of these players' brothers play for the team. Lavin's brother, Conley's two brothers, and that shot is wide. Backup goalie Kevin Arbo's brother, Will Carducci's brother. A lot of second-generation Tigers on the ice. Baby Tigers. As it'll be played by the Mounties, and playing it up was Gdansky. Intercepted by Ryan DeHasia.
Good fight on the boards. Suffern digs it out of there, and now they're on the run.
And that shot goes through the glove, and it's a goal for Suffern, scored by Gagliano. Trevor Gagliano scores, as the initial save was made by Gargiulo, but it was a rocket from Gagliano that couldn't be handled 100%.
Yeah, good strong shot by Gagliano. It ricochets off the goalie's gloves, and he gets the score.
So Gagliano gets it assisted by Martyr and Evan Kama, and it's 1-0. A good initial save by Gargiulo, but it went through as it was such a hard shot from Gagliano. As Martyr and Kama get the assist as the official relayed that information up here. And it's 1-0, 8:45 in, and Suffern has the early lead here at Mamaroneck on LMC Varsity Sports. Thanks so much for joining me and Elijah Ware for this one, as this shot is blocked by Troba as the Suffern offense is getting to work, and another shot is saved by Gargiulo as Suffern the puck is still in Mamaroneck's zone here, but they look to dribble it out with Denty, who got that early penalty that they were able to kill, as it's what Schreiber, looking for Carducci, but he's double teamed. Carducci comes over to help, and it'll be played to Giroux at the top, and Giroux plays it around instead of shooting it from a distance. And Torrey looking to get deflection in up top. And it'll be played by the Tigers here, as Torrey and Carducci have it. Carducci has it from Torrey as the Tigers look for the offense now. And it'll be played in by Mamaroneck.
Suffern is doing a good job of getting out of those scrums with the puck, getting off the boards.
That shot is saved by Brian DeHasia. So 6:51 left, and it is dropped now. Lavin wins the face-off for Mamaroneck, and scrum in the corner, and the Mounties are able to clear it for a moment, and it's offsides. And a late hit by Giroux, but it was after the play and no penalty.
That's a good hit. Suffern's really doing a good job of pushing the pace, Charlie. We're getting into scoring position. They have 3 or 4 shots on goal. They're doing a great job.
In the first 5 minutes, exactly what you said, it was a defensive game until that Suffern goal at the 8-minute mark. And the defense had played a key role, as we hadn't seen too many shots either.
Yeah, definitely. Suffern is, like we said before, getting it off the boards and pushing the pace, just like they're doing right now.
As they
Good
bring
job
it
by
in.
the Mamaroneck defenseman.
That was Gunnar Marks, and cleared for a moment by Freed. And that hit, good hit there by Suffern.
Mamaroneck laying the wood early.
Then Suffern laid it there. And this one is played up, intercepted by the Tigers. And Denty.
Charlie, wow.
And then brought in here by Mamaroneck, and intercepted once again by Suffern. But played right back by the Tigers, and looking for the open man in front was Marcus, but he couldn't find him, and now Suffern is on the offense. And a save by Gargiulo. And Elijah, the Suffern was just defending, and now they're bringing their offense, and the goalie lost his glove and his stick. Because he lost his glove, it's dangerous, but Suffern turning their defense into offense there.
Yeah, their defense is definitely paying off for them. They're getting out on the run, on the move really quick, and they get shots on goal. That was almost a near rebound and a score right there with the goalie stumbling.
Shots have Mamaroneck 5-4, but Suffern's definitely winning the period. So they're up 1-0, but they've also had the best chances. Yeah. Mamaroneck only had 1 or 2 good shots that were saved. So to be played for the Tigers, played in to Schreiber. Schreiber has it now. He shoots, and it's saved, made by Suffern. And that one is just wide. Denti with the hit. A little roughhousing between Denti and Gagliano. Gagliano scored and Denti had the penalty. Gagliano a senior, Denti a freshman. As Carducci brings it up. And he will have it behind the goal. And the shot is wide by Torrey. And Suffern had it for a moment. Carducci tried to get it back. And he's able to get it to Torrey. Torrey plays it to Carducci. Carducci now with it, and he has been marked, and a pass can't be handled by Schreiber. And it'll be played back to Carducci as it's kept in, and preventing the offsides was Watroba, as there's 3:40 left, and Suffern finally clears it for no icing. It was too slow. Yes, it looked like he was about to call it. Yeah. He had his the whistle up to his face and called it off. Maybe it went in too slow.
Good check, 21. Kyle Forrester.
And now they have an icing. So with 3:20 left, it's 1-0 Suffern on the goal by Gagliano, assisted by Martyr and Kama with 3:20 left. Now there's 3:20 left. That was about the 9-minute mark of this first period. 8:20. And that was intercepted by Conley. Off the face-off, back to Conley from Giroux. Back to Giroux, but stolen away by the Mounties, and Giroux rips it forward off the boards. And behind the goal is Suffern has it. Now intercepted by Colin Lavin. Played
Good job
by
Giroux, controlling the puck.
And it stopped and nearly held by Suffern, but instead they play it out.
Giroux playing an excellent game thus far from the defenseman position. Trying to help his team get in the scoring position. The forwards from Mamaroneck need to get out on the outside so they can get some good angles at the goal.
Nice play by Giroux to catch the puck, put it down, and then play it as he gets it back. As there's 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in this first period, and it is a 1-0 game as Suffern scored at the 9-minute mark. There's no goals yet for Mamaroneck. As we'll see what the second period will bring as we're nearing the final 150 of this period. And Mamaroneck on the defense here. They listed on the board as having 6 shots on goal compared to 4. As Watroba plays it up. And a delayed offsides that never was called. So the hit is half planted by Denti and stolen up, played up by Torrey. Watroba flicks it behind to Denti. Only freshman on the Mamaroneck roster, plays it forward to Torrey, who brings it towards the goal, looking for Carducci, but it is taken by Suffern.
Look for Suffern to pick up the attack once again. They made a line change. The guys were tired, so they get back in scoring position.
And they tried to do that, but they iced it instead, and they'll go back in their own zone with 47.3 seconds left in this first period. And Mamaroneck down 1-0.
I don't know why that working.
So Carducci will take the face-off. Looked like it was going to be against Fennel, but instead Forresta takes it, and he wins it for Suffern as they're able to get it out of the zone immediately, and it's played forward, and then now back for the Mounties, and the offsides is called off as it got through cleanly, and having it now is Giroux. Final 25 seconds here. And Mamaroneck plays it to Carducci as they're looking to get the equalizer in this first period in the final 13 seconds now. Play it to Ryan DeHasia, 10 seconds, and a good block by Suffern's Foresta in front of the goal. The shot is wide, and Carducci's taken down. 2 seconds. Coach Schiaparelli looking for interference, but no call. And after the end of one, as Coach Schiaparelli can't believe it was not interference. As
Great first period by Suffern. Mamaroneck had no shots on goal. Suffern played at a great pace and continued to move the puck around. The second period should be very interesting.
yeah, we'll see what'll happen in the second period as Mamaroneck will have to come from behind. Down 1-0, we'll see what they can do. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and Elijah, what should we see from Mamaroneck in the second period?
We should see Mamaroneck be more aggressive on the defensive end in order to get out and get their forwards on the outside lane so they can get in scoring position, get some shots on goal at least.
Yeah, as the two teams switch sides, and the Mamaroneck's on the defense already here 20 seconds in, and they'll look to bring it forward though, and they do to Torrey. Torrey looking for Carducci, who fed it to him, and the save is made by Mike Halper, the junior goalie from Suffern. His 7th save, 3 saves for Gargiulo. More quality shots from Mamaroneck, as they have a lot of 7 to the 4, but they haven't had to make real time and score! Off the face-off, you get that quality shot, and it's a slap shot goal, and Mamaroneck quickly ties it at 1, and it is Lavin with the goal. Colin Lavin. That's Harrison Freed gets the assist off the face-off. He passed it back, and Lavin took the shot. So Lavin gets the goal 30 seconds in the second period, assisted, and a nice play off the face-off.
Yeah, that was a great face-off win by Freed. He really got down in there, dug in there to win that face-off, got the pass off to Levon, and he got the goal.
And Lavin's goal, assisted by Freed, is senior to senior. Because Lavin is a senior, and so is Freed. One of the captains is Freed. He won the face-off, passed it back, and Suffern and then scored the goal, and it's quickly 1-1. And Freed will get absolutely laid out, and that's a penalty. And Freed is down, and that does not look good.
I don't think that should be a penalty, but it was a great hit. Let's hope that Freed is okay.
And he gets up, and he's okay. A 4-minute boarding. Wow. That's a long penalty. 4 minute. That's a major 4-minute boarding for Josh Abbott, who we just got his roster change as he switched jerseys, 22 to 25.
25. What's your last name? 25 on the roster.
So Josh Abbott with the penalty for boarding, 4-minute major on Freed, who, because initially Freed fell to the ice and it looked like it was real bad, and then he got up. Maybe that influenced the call a little.
Yeah, and a great clear by Suffern right off the break.
And they'll have
buy themselves some time.
They'll have to do that a lot because they're going to be on the kill for 4 minutes. Even if Mamaroneck scores, they'll still be on the kill since it's a major. So, no matter what, this is a great opportunity for Mamaroneck to take the lead.
Yeah, especially after the early goal. They have the momentum now, and then they get the power play. Let's see if they can take advantage.
The second period's always been a big scoring period for the Tigers in years past, and this year as well. Well, at the start of the season, I mean, this is their 5th game, but still. It's always been a big time as they look to put in the pass from Watroba, but by Schreiber, excuse me, but it couldn't be handled on either Schreiber. So a minute gone by and the boarding penalty for Josh Abbott, and it's still 1-1 now. And that shot is cleared initially as it was blocked. Watroba plays it in.
Suffern doing a great job of crowding the net, not letting anything get through there. Playing a great defensive power play.
And a save is made by Halper. No shots in the second period, especially now since they're on the kill for Suffern. Lavin plays it in.
The face-off win by Conley. Almost got his team into scoring position to get another shot on goal.
As Lavin scored the first goal from Freed. And it's a swing and a miss. And giving it away was Ryan DeHazen. And another penalty. Drawing it was Lavin. So we'll get the call from the official, but it'll be a 5-on-3 for, you got a hooking called against Tommy McCarron, so that'll be a minute and a half. They'll have a 5-on-3 at the very least if they can't score, but a 5-on-3 is really...
Yeah, Suffern's really gonna have to dig in.
Why is it a 5-on-3?
They want to come out of this power play alive.
Oh no, now they come off. It'll be a 5-on-3, yeah. So it is played to Carducci, who plays it back to Watroba. Watroba will sloppy pass to Freed. Freed plays it, and the shot is made by Halper, and is played to Freed, who assists on the first goal, looking for his second assist to Schreiber, but he hits it high and wide and gathered by
Mamaroneck really needs to take their time, move the puck around, get a good angle and a good shot.
Carducci wanted it back, and he finally gets it back now and plays it to Schreiber, and that shot is blocked. Watroba has it, so it's 5-on-3, halfway done and halfway killed off by Suffern. We have a penalty on Mamaroneck. A roughing call against Mamaroneck's Tommy Like, and I didn't see anything there.
I didn't see anything
to be a
either.
roughing. Maybe it was roughing.
See some 4-on-3 hockey.
So the roughing penalty on Light, it'll be a minor. Second penalty of the day for Mamaroneck. And it'll be 4-on-3 for 42 seconds.
Suffern needs to keep control of the puck, try to get back to even strength, and then they can play.
In high school, the roughing is a little like pushing and shoving, and I didn't see anything like that, Elijah. So it'll be played to Schreiber, and Freed wins it, plays it to Carducci. Carducci to, oh, that was a fancy and a really nice give and go between Schreiber and Carducci, but they couldn't execute it, and now Suffern has it as they have killed off the 4-on-3, and now it is a 4-on-4. So it'll be an even 4-on-4. If this evens out, Suffern will get about a 5-second power play when the player returns from the 4-minute boarding, and that was Abbott. So it's a huge win for Suffern because on the advantage, which turned out to be about a 3-minute advantage because of that boarding, and Mamaroneck was unable to score. So Suffern has it here as they play it up and coming in from the boarding.
Yeah, Charlie, I think Mamaroneck definitely missed their chance with the advantage. but they still have a little bit of momentum left from their earlier goal, and see if they can still capitalize.
And now they're back to even strength, as back on the ice is Light following his roughing penalty. As it's played forward to Lavin. Lavin has it. He plays it to Conley. Conley can't gather it, and it is played up to the Mounties. What a hit! And that one is wide. So that was a bone-crushing hit there, clean and legal by Sam Giroux. And Wassong has it. Conley brings it up for the Tigers, plays it back to Lavin towards the goal, and it can't be redirected home by Torrey.
The defenseman should have been slashing on that play. They would have had an excellent chance for a shot.
Suffern doesn't have a shot in this second period.
Mamaroneck definitely turned it up on them a little bit, and they've been playing a great second period.
They tied it 20 seconds in on the goal by Lavin, assisted by Freed off the face-off in the end, in the Suffern end. As the shot was ripped home by Lavin on the pass by Freed, and Lavin looking for another goal, goes through traffic, and it is finally pushed away by the Mounties, played in by Mamaroneck. And wow. This is played here by Suffern, and it goes through. The shot redirected, and it's wide. As stolen away, long pass by
icing call.
Long pass by Marcus, and it's called an icing, so it'll be a face-off in the Tigers zone with 7:30 left. As Schreiber plays it to Carducci, who dribbles it in fast and plays it back as stolen away.
That was a great push by Carducci. His teammates need to run with him so they can get some rebounds and try to put it back in the goal.
Suffern coach Rob Schelling was looking for an interference call of his own and couldn't get it. And that looked to be a trip, but not called, as Carducci gets it. And Carducci fakes the shot. And now a tough angle and a good save made by Halper as Carducci got the pass.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there, Charlie. As he pushes down the side, he needs a teammate slashing down the middle so they can get a nice shot on goal. Have a nice pass back to him.
Because that was too tough an angle to score on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be a perfect shot to score from there. As jockeying for it in front is Wojciechowski. And it is played by Suffern into the Mamaroneck zone. Still no shots on goal yet, and that's one. As that was taken by Abbott. And save made by Gargiulo. Up to Conley. Conley has it. He takes on three defenders. Wojciechowski couldn't get there in time, and it is briefly cleared by the Mounties. And Suffern has it here. The long shot is well high.
Got a puck up here, guys.
As it'll be 5:54 left in the second period, alongside Elijah Ware and Charlie McGraw, and it is 1-1. Mamaroneck with this second period goal. Colin Lavin, 20 seconds in this period, assisted by Harrison Freed, and a first period goal from Suffern's Trevor Gagliano, assisted by Jaron Martyr, and Evan Kama is our 1-1 score in summary, as this one will be played behind the goal by Ryan DeHasia, and it will be played up to the Jackson Baker. Losing his stick, and now picking it up is Di Lorenzo from Suffern, and stolen away by Di Lorenzo.
The speed of Suffern getting back on defense has really been a big key to this game thus far. They've been getting back, getting stops. That's how they got out of the power play alive. Let's see if they can use that speed to get in scoring position to try to get another shot.
And it's stolen away by the Tigers, and Schreiber has it, and it played back, and the shot is saved. Nice save by the Suffern goalie Mike Halper, as that was a good scoring chance for Matt Marcus after Schreiber made a nice pass to him. Marcus nearly scored, but a good save, and another save, and the goal comes off the hinge, so it'll be put into play. But a couple good saves by Mike Halper.
Yeah, definitely a couple good saves, as he keeps the game even at one apiece. Suffern is doing a great job of picking their pace up. But Mamaroneck's pace was already up there, so now we're seeing a fast-paced game on both sides. These teams are going to continue to go back and forth until someone breaks the ice and takes the lead.
As that shot is just wide, as winning the face-off was Carducci to Schreiber, and Schreiber's shot was wide, and Mamaroneck putting the pressure on now with 4:20 to go in this second period here on LMC Varsity Sports. Troba gets it as Suffern was unable to clear. He keeps it in for the moment, and now they get it back behind the goal as the shot is off the post, wide by Schreiber. He can more hit the outside of the post on the ground than the actual standing post.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hope shots, Charlie. They're just shooting it at the goal, hoping that it goes in, hoping that they find a hole. They need to use their teammates and utilize each other so they can get a good angle and a good shot to try and score.
And that one stolen by Suffern briefly. Suffern only has 5 shots on goal. They have the one goal, and Mamaroneck was scored once on their 11 shots on goal. Intercepted by Torrey.
Torrey tried to drag him on that one. Got plucked though.
As it'll be an icing on Suffern. So it'll be dropped in the Suffern zone from Mamaroneck. So taking the face-off will be Suffern's for now. Referee. And played up, nice pass. Suffern going towards the goal, and it's goal goes off his hinge again as he went into it. Did Foresta.
He had that 3-hole wide open, Charlie, missed it. But
they had a shot, did Foresta on the breakaway. Intercepted by Suffern, and the shot, it gets through for a second, but is able to stop it was Gargiulo as he nearly let it in, but it was able to be cleared by the defender who was Wasong, and that's a huge scoring opportunity stopped by Mamaroneck as Suffern nearly took the lead.
Yeah, as you can see, Suffern is back on the attack. They're back pushing the pace, and they're starting to get their shots on goal once again, like in the first period. Mamaroneck still playing tough defensively though. Good check by Giroux on the boards.
Penalty to Giroux.
Oh, they gave him a penalty.
From Mamaroneck, Sam Giroux for boarding. So a power play for Suffern now. Oh, 4-minute major for boarding.
I didn't think that one was I thought that was clean.
Thought the other one was clean too.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess I just like the game like that.
So it'll be a 4-minute major. And the shot is wide and it's stolen by Schreiber. Short-handed for the Tigers is Schreiber, and the short-handed attempt is high of a goal.
He almost looked like Crosby on that one.
As he had the open man and Carducci, but he went for the backhand goal as Dente, excuse me. Dente has it. As Carducci passes. Schreiber on an assist for Carducci and the short-handed goal. Who needs even strength as the Tigers take a 2-1 lead on Schreiber's goal, and the nice pass from Michael Carducci and
And that's what we were talking about earlier, Charlie. Making good passes, attacking, someone cutting, and they get a good shot on goal and they get the score.
Nice pass from Carducci to find Schreiber on the short-handed goal.
Dente with the assist as well.
Yeah, great pass from Carducci to Schreiber.
Yeah, the assist. It was from Carducci to Schreiber.
As Mamaroneck takes the 2-1 lead on the short-handed goal. And the shot is saved by Gargiulo. As Mamaroneck is on this 4-minute penalty kill, but they scored the short-handed goal. And the nice pass from Carducci and Gargiulo with the save.
Who's number 2, Chloe?
Are they allowed to fight in high school, Charlie?
No, they're not.
No fighting?
No. But so they're just pushing and shoving.
Oh, okay.
Because he was protecting his goalie because they hit it. The number one cardinal sin in hockey is to take a shot or to basically hit at a shot when your goalie already has it. If you're taking a whack at him, you're not supposed to do that, so the team takes defense to it. But no, they're not allowed to fight, and it's an ejection.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. But they're allowed to like push and shove lightly like that. I mean, they could call it roughing if they wanted to, but they did not, and the shot is saved by Gargiulo on Foresta with 24.1, but there's 2:07 left on the major penalty to Giroux for boarding on a questionable call. Right, Elijah?
Yeah, definitely a questionable call. Suffern, if they can win this face-off, they have a chance to score before the end of the period.
As Giroux wasn't happy with the call. He slammed the door in frustration to the penalty box. And there's 15 seconds left, and intercepted by Carducci. And looking for Schreiber, as they could have had a 2-on-1 short-handed breakaway. The two guys who hooked up for the goal short-handed 2 minutes ago, and it's behind the goal, and it's cleared for a second, and Mamaroneck will clear it, and that will end the second period with our score 2-1 Tigers on the short-handed goal in the second period, but 2 goals for Mamaroneck compared to none for Suffern in that second period.
Yeah, very strong second period for Mamaroneck. They pushed the pace. They were attacking defensively, not being scared to get up past the line, past the blue line even. And they played a great second period overall, outscoring Suffern 2-0.
So we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports as they cut the ice here at Homics. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm trying to grab 2-1, and Mamaroneck will still have to kill off a minute 43 penalty with Giroux.
Yeah, this is going to be a big period for both teams. This is when the better team usually separates themselves.
So the As it will be played by Suffern.
He's out 13-17.
I want him to slip through.
13-17. By the way, it's not running.
As the penalty line is not running, but he'll be out at the 13-17 mark. They'll just have to clear it on the scoreboard. So
13-17, we know, we're watching it.
So Mamaroneck will have to kill it off for a minute, less than a minute now. So it'll be 43 seconds. As it's stolen by Schreiber, who has the go-ahead goal assisted by...
Schreiber should have tried to keep that one, maybe push it a little bit and try to get a quick shot.
He put it in the air to delay time on this power play, which was a smart move.
Good no call by the referee.
That's right, it was a touch there from Wasong, and going down was Farista, but in the NBA that could be a dive. Is that one played back?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Penalty has not moved since the game started. The penalty has not moved since the game started.
As it'll be played to Suffern. As the shot is stopped from Suffern.
Suffern on the move.
And save made by Gargiulo.
Schelling should have tried to drag him there and get the pass back to the middle. Would have had a layup. That's what you want to call it.
As a face-off won by Suffern and almost redirected home, but missed wide was Fennell on the shot by Olsen, and that would have tied it at 2. But he put it wide. And
I see if Mamaroneck can get under control, get a little rhythm to their offense.
Carducci has it in his own end, pays it back to Giroux. Actually, Watroba, excuse me. And it's in.
Good look.
Yeah, from Carducci. And a long shot redirected as the goal mouth was empty, but it is played away, and getting back to his location was Halper. Carducci has it in the corner, gets it to Schreiber. As
Suffern has come out very aggressive in this third period, especially along the boards, and they're looking to push the pace so they can even the score back to 2 apiece.
right, they're trying to tie it up at 2. It's 1-1. As it's 2-1, excuse me, Mamaroneck on goals by Lavin and Schreiber, and the goal by Gagliano. That one is saved. He has it in his glove, and the official stops it on the shot by Torrey. Michael Torrey's shot was saved by
Somebody.
the goalie, Halper, who has 11 saves now. And the face-off by Conley is won by by Evan Kama from Suffern. And the one played here, kept in legally by Giroux, as Cicerone has it. Cicerone played it to Lavin, who played it back to Giroux, and Mamaroneck is keeping it in the zone. A good pressure here by the Tigers.
Yeah, Mamaroneck putting the pressure on, getting a good rhythm to their offense, try to extend this lead to 3-1 and close the door on Suffern's hopes.
Lavin plays it to Giroux, who then took a shot and then is cleared for an icing from Suffern with 10:13 to go, as Mamaroneck had it for a good minute or two there. Pressure was, and then Suffern has to just ice it.
Yeah, now we have a line change for Mamaroneck as they get some fresh legs in. I really think they're trying to up the ante, up the pace, and eventually try and extend their lead to end this game.
But because it was an icing, Suffern can make a line change. They have to stick with the men on the ice because they iced it. So they can't get fresh guys as Mamaroneck could, and they did. And now Suffern, if they want, can make that change. But now they go into the offensive end as they're in Mamaroneck's zone now, and it doesn't make sense to make a line change now.
There's a man in the middle.
As that is Tommy McCarron. And it's played in by Suffern as Marcus has it for Mamaroneck, and that is Lucas Pearson for Mamaroneck, playing it in to Baker.
I'm really impressed with Mamaroneck's defensemen thus far, with Troba, Dente, and he's not in right now, but also Giroux. They've been playing an excellent game, controlling the pace of the team.
You've seen a lot of speed from Forresta. Forresta for Suffern, but he hasn't been able to control it. He's looked like the kid in the Mighty Ducks. What was D2 the Mighty Ducks? The guy who was, and they always they did that thing where they put the cans on the ice, and he had to like slide right before it. I forgot what his name was, but yeah.
Good pace thus far to begin the third period. With almost 7 minutes gone by, Mamaroneck has played at a great pace in particular, as they still have the lead and they look to extend it or at least maintain.
As the faceoff was won by the Tigers, and they play it up. And they play it through to Carducci. Carducci gets it, and he roofs it, though, as it goes high and over the ice. And a great chance there, but Carducci just missed it.
Yeah, see, as that guy is making his way to the goal, he needs to have a teammate cut it with him so he can make that pass. That would have been a great score opportunity for Mamaroneck. That's something they'll have to learn as the season goes along.
As the faceoff is won by Suffern. And Suffern brings it in now, as it's played, though, by the Tigers, and Schreiber plays it to Carducci. Carducci has it. Nice move by Carducci. Nice pass to Torrey. And the give and go, Torrey couldn't handle it.
See, hockey is all about passing the puck and getting it to your hitters, to your forwards that can really strike the puck hard. But it's really all about passing at the right angle and getting the right angles to the goal from the pass. That's how you play the game.
The good goal scorers, as that one goes out of play. As they put it in a new puck in play, as that one went out. So 7:52 left in the regulation as it's played back, and the shot is almost redirected, but is home, but it's redirected wide by Shelley from the shot from Flatley, as it'll be played in here by the Tigers now, and that is Troba. Shot save made by Halper.
Well, he almost had a one-on-one. Or 1-on-2, including the goalie.
Conley plays it forward. Tucciaroni has it. Tucciaroni.
Good pass.
Nice pass, and Lavin's shot is just high and just below the netting to go out of play.
Seeing basketball, a pass like that would be a dunk down the middle.
It would be like an alley oop coming, right? Basically, right. Like a setup. Like an off-the-glass all-star game dunk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or just a lob up to the rim. Man.
as
Or
it
pass
is
to
played
a
in
cutter and a dunk or something.
by the Tigers. And, looking for a man, but not able to find anybody, and he turns it over as Tucciaroni as it'll be played up by Suffern, and they get a quick line change here with 6:25 to go. Time running out for the Mounties to tie it at 2. And Mamaroneck looking to hold on to their lead to the very end and improve to 3-0-1. I mean 3-0-2 with their 2 ties.
Yeah, important line change from Suffern. They had to get some fresh legs in there so they can get moving and pick up the pace so they can get that game time going.
Now your boy Sam Giroux plays it up to Torrey. Torrey plays looking to play it up, but is gloved by Halper as Carducci and Abbott get into it. And now we'll have a face-off in front of Halper with 5:57 left. Suffern can tie it. We'll have a 5-minute overtime.
Yeah, this is an important face-off for the captain, Carducci. If he can win this face-off, he can put his team in good scoring position.
And he does win it as he beats out Camel and is played to him from Schreiber. Carducci has it here. He plays it to a nice save made. They stopped it, and on the shot by Schreiber is saved. That one goes out of play, and we'll have another face-off just where it was taken with 5:40 left. For Carducci against Camel once again, and Carducci wins it, and the shot nearly sneaks in by Halper. Now it does go in as the shot is scored by Schreiber, his second of the game.
And that all started with the face-off, Charlie. They won the face-off, they stayed in control of the puck, and eventually they got a shot on goal and extended the lead 3-1.
As he stole it from Suffern as it was about to be played out, and Schreiber scores it as it's an unassisted goal for Schreiber with 5:31 left, and that is a huge insurance goal for the Tigers.
Definitely. Now Suffern still has some time to make a push, but time is definitely running out with only 5.5 left to go. They need to make a move quick.
Schreiber has 2 goals now. One unassisted, the other for Carducci. As that shot is ripped, but goes off a man from Kyle Foresta. Olsen has it. And Mamaroneck gets it in the Suffern zone. Right as that Carducci face-off win, he won it, and then it was that shot is scored by Wachoba! Wow, a rocket from Wachoba.
The wheels really starting to come off for Suffern now as Mamaroneck is really taking over. Put the icing on the cake, especially with the defenseman scoring the goal.
Right, Wachoba took the long shot. It looked like it might have been redirected, but it wasn't, as Lucas Pearson assisted it, and Wachoba scored it, and the Tigers have a very comfortable 4-1 lead with 4:20 remaining in this one, as they scored 2 goals in the last 2 minutes from Wachoba and Schreiber.
Yeah, Mamaroneck just continued putting on the pressure, and eventually broke through, and will continue to break through with the remaining 4 minutes left in this game.
A long-range shot that looks like it might have been redirected, but it wasn't, from the lefty Wachoba, as the left-handed shot from Schreiber went home twice today, and left-handed shot scored there by Watrova. There's the shot here from the pass. Suffern looking to score their second goal. Instead, it's intercepted by Giroux. Plays it to Lavin, to Conley, back to Conley, or back to Lavin, and shoots it high. So
Yes.
it'll be face off.
Yeah, Suffern's offensive attack is really out of sync right now. They're lacking spacing, and the wheels are really coming off at the end of this third period.
As Lavin and Gdansky were jarring at each other on the way back to the bench, both their benches. And the shot is nearly another goal for Watrova, but is saved on the long shot by Halper. 4-1 lead for the Tigers.
Great face-off there, that was strong. Yeah, that was Carducci.
Yeah, another face-off win for Carducci. So he won that one that led to the third goal and has won a couple. It's Mamaroneck, close to say almost has dominated the face-offs. They've won the majority, and they've won the key ones as they scored their first goal off a face-off on Lavin's goal, won by
Good pass,
Reed.
Carducci.
And that was a good pass, as losing his stick was the goalie, Halper. He'll have to play without it. And he got a player's stick. The defenseman gave him a stick. Did him, and he just belly flops on the puck. This Halper with 2:42 left. He lost it, and then the defenseman gave him a stick. And then he got his stick, and he didn't know what to do there.
Right. And back to your point of the face-offs, that Mamaroneck has been doing a great job of winning. Usually the team that wins the face-off battle usually wins the game. That proves evident here in this Mamaroneck Suffern battle.
As we'll see, Freefolds and Annabelle Levinson get on the ice now as Levinson plays it up. A nice pass to DeVilman, who gets on for the first time as well. With 2:29 left in the 3-goal lead. Coach Schiaparelli going as Dillette as well, Jack Dillette. And nice, I think he just missed it, or a save made by Gargiulo. As Beffold has it.
Mamaroneck is just quicker to the puck. The instincts are sharper right now as this game slowly comes to a close. Mamaroneck is going to come out here with a good win. Suffern, they can definitely build off this game, especially that first period. Focus on the positive that they did instead of all the negative.
Mamaroneck on a line change now. Wojciechowski, Conley back in. Lavin has it with 1:30 left. Intercepted by Levinson, Annabelle Levinson, as she pushes Gdansky. Gdansky has it, tries the wraparound shot of the save made by Gargiulo with 1:15 left. And good defense there by Levinson and Lavin. And stolen away, and thought about icing it, but instead Wojciechowski plays it to Lavin. Song back on the ice. Icing? Oh, penalty on Mamaroneck. Interference, first interference of the game, although the coaches were asking for interference calls on multiple occasions, both sides, Schiaparelli and Rob Schelling.
They got him though, they finally got him with 42.6 seconds left in the game.
Charlie Mullen, as Mullen gets the call. So they'll be on the penalty kill now. And
That'll be an ice, right?
No, it's
No.
not, because they're on the penalty
Okay.
kill, so no icing on the penalty kill. This is played by the Tigers. And Carducci gets it. As they, on the penalty kill though, they had and they had that 4-minute penalty kill for Giroux's boarding. There's a big hit by Giroux there.
Yeah, right by the Mamaroneck bench as they hype the teammate up.
They had that shorthanded goal by Harrison Schreiber on Carducci. And that hit there is the final seconds, and Mamaroneck will take this one, a late shot taken by Schreiber. And a push as Schreiber has to be backed up. And the refs get into it a little, but they back him up. Final score, 4-1, a good win for Mamaroneck over Suffern, as they had 2 goals in the third period and 2 in the second. As there was an early goal by Suffern 7 minutes in, but then they came back and they 4 straight to close them out.
Yeah, Suffern got out to a quick start, but Mamaroneck kept applying pressure and eventually came out with a 4-1 win. Great game by both teams. Mamaroneck just seemed too much.
As they have the handshake lines now, and no love lost between these two.
Yeah, except for the little scrum at the end. It's all in the game. As long as they leave it in the ring.
Exactly. So we'll wrap this one up with interviews and post-game analysis, as I'm sure Coach Chaparelli will be pretty happy with this team's efforts. But we'll find out for sure next on the post-game show here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on the post-game show with Harrison Schreiber. And Harrison, you had a good game today, 2 goals. What was the key for you to find the back of the net?
Yeah, we just wanted to get back where we were. We played St. Anthony's and St. Joe's this past weekend, and they were very tough teams from Long Island and upstate, and we just knew that we had to play at the same intensity to beat Suffern.
And after the game, you guys looked very fired up with the win. How happy was the team in the locker room? A rivalry game against a Suffern team that's pretty good, and it was a good win for you guys.
Yeah, you know, it's always like these rivalry games. It's always intense. You always know it's going to be a great game from the puck drop until the whistle blows at the end of the game. You know that there's going to be battles and you're going to get hit, and Shap sort of reminded us before the game that there's no way we're going to get back to where we were if we don't play with the same intensity.
And you guys are now 3-0-2. Good momentum after this win. What do you guys hope to build off of this win?
Well, we obviously want to get back to Section 1 final. We want to win. We want to go to states. We want to get back to where we were the past 2 years. And that's all it's about. We have to play with that same intensity, and there's no other way.
Elijah Ware here with Coach Shap of the Mamaroneck Tigers after their 4-1 victory over Suffern. Coach Shap, you guys got off to a pretty slow start, but after the first period was over, you guys settled in and eventually won 4-1. Can you explain what you said to your team?
Well, I think, when you play your first home game, we played our first 4 on the road. They came home to their friends and their family, and they want to go out and probably try to do a little too much. And we didn't play a very disciplined play as far as staying wide in the rink. And then we missed a lot of passes, which we usually don't do. We picked it up. We started throwing some pucks in the net, and things worked out for us.
Okay, Coach. What do you think the key is for your team moving forward? With this being the first home game early in the season, what areas do you think your team can get better at?
Well, we just have to play better position hockey. Defensively, just take the body. We came out and threw the body around really well early in the game. I was happy with that. But then we didn't stay wide enough and move the puck enough. So the first 4 games we did. So it was just a little setback, but we're moving forward again.
Back here on the post-game show is a 4-1 win, Elijah, for Mamaroneck as they improved to 3-0-2. Suffern is now 1-3. And it was a good win, a good game, a good intense battle. 2 goals from Harrison Schreiber, and like Coach Chaparelli said, they started off slow, but their finish was good.
Yeah, Mamaroneck definitely got out to a slow start, but finished the game very strong, scoring 2 goals in the second and 2 goals in the third. So they did a great job at that. They really started to space out the ice and get good position so they can get good angles and score. So they played a great game. Suffering, they have some things they need to work on, but other than that, I think both teams will be okay moving forward.
For our first hockey game of the year, it was a good one throughout, and a lot of people to thank for the night's telecast, including the CEO, Eric Lewis, COO, Matt Sullivan. Community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. For our camera crew, BJ Person Pierce, Sean Kelly, and Rob Moretti. Once again, for Elijah Ware, I'm Sean McGraw saying thanks so much for watching, and have a great evening.